Acheron or Rappa? Rappa versus Acheron. I don't know if it's because they both got belly buttons showing, G strings, and 10 out of 10 baddies, or what it is, but they are two completely different units. One is an nihility, one is an erudition. One follows the path of debuff and high damage, while the other follows the gimmick of break effect and high damage. One is dripped out in purple and white with purple hair, the other red hair. And whilst the Himiko fans might lose their stuff, I'm more of a purple hair guy myself. Acheron is a 5-star lightning nihility character, whom, unlike Kafka, you are not building effect hit rate in dot. Nah. When it comes to Mommy Acheron here, you are actually building her attack, crit rate, crit damage, and speed. Whilst you are building Acheron up and using her the correct way, she is actually still applying an insane amount of debuffs through her skill called Talent Atop Rainleaf Hangs Oneness. Wow. What a sentence, right? During Slashed Dream, when she activates her ultimate, Acheron actually reduces the toughness of all enemies, regardless of their weakness types, as well as reducing their all-type resistance by 16%. When any unit inflicts a debuff on an enemy target while using their ability, Acheron will gain a point of Slash Dream and inflict Crimson Knot. If debuffs are inflicted on multiple targets, then one stack of Crimson Knot will be inflicted on the enemy target. Now y'all may be like, but DK, what does Crimson Knot do? Well, when Acheron uses her ultimate, she actually does a massive amount of damage to all the enemies on the field. Yes, her ultimate attacks all enemies on the field, okay? When it hits an enemy which has Crimson Knot, it will remove 3 stacks of Crimson Knot and immediately deal more damage to all enemies for every single stack of Crimson Knot removed, to a maximum of 60%. Acheron is her and has been her since release. This is what I tried to teach y'all when it comes to summoning. These are the type of characters you want to summon on. Rappa is not her. Firefly is. Okay? Firefly is. I believe you should skip both Rappa and Imbibitor Lunae's trash ass and save every Stellar Jade, every ticket that you get for Mommy Step on Me Waifu Acheron. Okay? You can show up in my dreams anytime and slash them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anytime. There's more to Acheron though, because her skill, Octobolt Flash, allows her to gain 1 point of Slash Dream towards her ultimate. Whenever she uses it, it attacks multiple enemies and it applies Crimson Knot on the enemies while doing lightning damage to adjacent targets. The synergy, right? she's still triple SS tier. She ain't falled off. She's a team captain for now, and until someone more broken than her comes into the game and dethrones her, which I do not believe is possible. I do not believe is possible. Acheron's bonus ability 1, Red Oni. This is such a good first bonus ability. It allows her to immediately start the battle and gain 5 points of Slash Dream. By the way, you need 9 stacks of Slashed Dream to use her ultimate. And instead of using energy, she does use this stack, kind of like facial, which allows her to spam her ultimate. Like, stacking is the new meta. If you still require energy, unless you're a Harmony unit, Robin, then, you know, what is energy? What is energy? The fact that you don't need energy on characters like Acheron does help. That's more attack, more crit, more speed, more whatever the hell you want, right? Acheron is insane, especially as we continue and look at her bonus ability 2. When there are 1 or 2 nihility characters other than Acheron in the team, the damage dealt by Acheron's basic attack, skill, and her ultimate will increase to 115% or 160 of the original damage respectively. Now, Acheron, being whom she is, already has great allies, right? But if we take a look down here at her Eidolons, we can see that Acheron's Eidolon 2, Mute Thunder and Still Tempest, makes it to where the number of nihility characters required for the trace, the Abyss, to achieve its highest possible effect is reduced by 1. When this unit's turn starts, gain 1 point of Slash Dream and will inflict Crimson Knot on the enemy with the most Crimson Knot stacks. Now, that is very important because instead of needing 1 to 2 nihilities, you now need 0 to 1. Okay? And by all means, you should be running at least 1 other nihility with Acheron, but it's not who you think it is or should be. Nah, it's actually this chef, which has nothing to do with healing, named Jiaquao, whom is Acheron's best in-slot teammate. Now, granted, you can, it's not like a must-need, but his AoE, his ult lasting for 3 turns, I mean, he's kind of broken. But of course, before he came out, whom was I using? Y'all already know. My quantum waifu, Silverwolf, whom is great, being able to hack the enemy, make them weak to lightning, reduce their toughness, their defense, their speed, great. Acheron is her. She's that bitch. Y'all can see right here, we do have her level 80 out of 80, attack over 3k, HP over 3k, speed over 150, crit rate. I actually want my Acheron's crit rate to look more like my face crit rate, but relics RNG, right? And of course, crit damage to increase that attack even further after the cap or soft cap or whatever it is, right? Now, a lot of y'all may be like, DK, I see you have her light cone. Do I need it? By all means, no. Before I decided to summon for Acheron's light cone, I was actually using one of 2, right? Good night, sleep well is extremely good for Acheron. For every debuff the target enemy has, the damage dealt by the wearer will increase by 15%. Stacking up to 3 times, that is a 45% increase towards your damage, okay? The other good light cone for her, if you're not using her signature, would be its showtime. When the wearer inflicts a debuff on an enemy, gain a stack of trick. For every stack of trick, increase the wearer's damage dealt, stacking up to, by 9 times, stacking up to 3 times, which lasts for 1 turn when the wearer's effect hit rate is 80% or higher, their attack will increase even further. That second half isn't important, though. And, of course, you have this newer light cone, which was not around in my time when Acheron first came out. This may be the best of, or probably is the best of the 4 stars for Acheron, which increases the wearer's crit rate. The wearer also deals more crit damage to enemies which are currently slowed or have reduced defense. Guess who reduces defense? This guy right here, Jiaquao. So, you have resources, and in that sense, some would say she is free to play friendly, right? Because if we take a look here, we have Guinevere, right? Everyone got her, right? We got Pilla. Hey, Pilla still has a place, I believe. If you ain't got Silverwolf or Jiaquao, you're not doing something right, first off. Then you should use Pilla, right? Black Swan was a waste. Black Swan was a waste. She's no use. Yeah, the top 3 I would recommend would be Jiaquao, Silverwolf, Pilla. Weltz is also cracked. You have Guinevere, and then once again, like I said, you got options to over 1, 2, 3 great free-to-play light cones, which, it's pretty good. For relics, I actually dipped into that debuff, more damage type of playstyle for Acheron. This is how you're going to want to build her. Pioneer Die for Dead Waters, right? The 2-piece makes it to where enemies whom have debuffs will take more damage, 12%. And the 4-piece increases crit rate by 4%, making it to where the wearer deals increased crit damage to enemies with at least 2 to 3 debuffs after the wearer inflicts a debuff on enemy target. The aforementioned effects increase by 100%, okay? So, once again, you're going to want to pair her with at least 1 nihility, even with that beautiful and amazing, useful Eidolon too. However, that's why you make the most of it with this Pioneer Die for Dead Waters, 1 other nihility. There you go. That's really the only armor you should be putting on Acheron. Now for the 2-piece sets, there's actually a couple. If y'all follow me, you know I love Rutilant Arena. Rutilant Arena is just so good in the fact that it increases crit rate. And when the wearer's current crit rate reaches 70 or higher, damage dealt by both basic attack and skill will increase by 20%. So you're getting an increase in crit rate. You're getting that boost and bump and help you need to reach crit rate. And then your basic attack and skill are being upgraded and increased even further. For the second 2-piece set, which I actually got a great 2-piece set on my face, wow. That you're going to want to use is in fact Rutilant Arena. Inert Sosato. Inert Sosato increases your crit rate by 8%, And when the wearer's current crit rate reaches only 50% or higher, the damage dealt by wearer's ultimate and follow-up attack will increase by 15%. Now, Acheron doesn't do follow-up attacks, but unless they're counted in her ultimate, 15% damage towards her ultimate could still be nice. I do use this on Phase Swap because obviously, follow-up attacks and ultimate and all that. But if you want to increase in your Acheron's ultimate damage, you can use the inert Silsato. However, DDR should be on Phase Swap, and then you could put inert Silsato. But relics and RNG, I almost quit the other day due to over 2,000 stamina in relics, y'all. None of them were useful. So with that, I hope this was helpful. If you have Firefly, that's all the more reason to skip Rappa. If you don't have Firefly, I still say you skip Rappa and get Acheron. You will not regret it. Rappa is just bait, okay? So I'd like to thank y'all for stopping by. Feel free to go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below for me. Help the channel out. Appreciate y'all. Y'all take care, and peace out. Bye.